All right, guys. I know Mr. Wonderland brought you in here. Y'all were getting ready to have an altercation. So I'm going to begin this session by asking you guys. And Tyler, I want you to first tell me what happened in your words, very briefly.
He had my calculator and class was about to begin, and he wouldn't give me my calculator back. He just wouldn't give it back to me.
And that upset you?
Yes.
Okay. All right, Matt?
Well, I did have his calculator, and I was just playing a small game, and I wanted to finish up before class began, and but he got kind of aggressive and he tried to snatch it from me. So.
Come on in, Mr. Avery.
Hello, Mr. Furman. Sorry I'm late. I was tied up for a second down in my office.
Oh, well, we're glad you're here. I really want your input in this session. Mr. Wonderland brought these guys up here. They were getting ready to have a little scuffle. I was just telling them what the consequences could be if they couldn't resolve this conflict. And I'm glad that you came, because if they don't resolve this conflict, that you would have to handle it. And I wanted you just to come here and tell them, if they don't resolve it, what's in store for them.
Sure. Well, first of all, I'm glad Mr. Wonderland brought you guys up to Mr. Furman, okay? Because it's always better to try to resolve things before something bad happens rather than afterwards. Because I don't know what's going on here, but if something happens where it comes down in my office, then there's disciplinary consequences that go along with that, which means I have to call your parents, maybe ask them to come in for a meeting. You could end up getting jugs or demerits, all right? Depending on the situation, you could get suspended from school or even kicked out. And none of us wants that to happen, okay? So I encourage you guys to talk to Mr. Furman, talk to your counselor, let him know what's going on, okay? And let's get this resolved before anything bad happens, okay?
Well, thank you, Mr. Avely. I hope that we can resolve this. I'm glad you came up.
You're welcome. Good luck, guys.
Okay, and you see we have a lot of influences in this situation. So what we're going to do now, we're going to see if we can resolve this just between the two of you. Tell me this, what could you have done to make this a better situation?
I mean, I guess I could have been a little bit nicer about it, and, maybe let him finish his game, but just maybe not been so aggressive and so mean about it.
Okay, Matt, what do you think?
Well, I could have given back his calculator right after he asked me instead of fooling around with it.
I'm glad you guys come to the realization that you can resolve this conflict. But I want you to take one thing from here, and that's about egos. Your ego will get you into a lot of problems in different situations, because it doesn't have you responding in a normal way. You guys were friends, but your egos had you almost fighting each other. So I want y'all to think about just remaining friends and giving each other respect, because I think that'll take you a long way. So I'm very proud of you guys, and I'm impressed the way you handle this. And I consider this situation, this conflict, resolved. So I think you can shake hands now.
I'm sorry, Matt. Sorry, man.
Okay, you can go back to class.
Thank you, Mr. Furman.
All right, take care.